finishing up.
Right. I mean, it is part of the summer school to do the project, and this is actually the most exciting part of the whole thing, I think. And we got some great leaders to take charge of the different sort of different areas. So what we want to do is we want to fill these out with people. There are a few, we don't want to just have everyone sign up and you be in a group with people you already know and you already work with at your institution. We want to get kind of teams of people where there's a diversity in each team. So we'd like to get first of all, we would like to get somebody who's kind of on the mathematical side in each one, and also somebody who's on the operational side in each one. And then also make sure that there's somebody in each group who's very comfortable with MATLAB and pretty proficient, who can help the group as a whole if needs be. I mean, we sort of made a some preliminary thoughts about that from what we've learned about each of you and what we know about your institution you came from. Do you want to share that? Should we share that now, or should we start? Yeah, I think mainly what we're going to do tomorrow, so this is kind of, the procedure is going to be as follows, right? So these are the groups, those are the leaders, those are the conditions that we have to have at least one operational, and at least somebody who's very proficient in MATLAB, who could be a math person or an operational person, right? So there could be overlap there. And then tomorrow afternoon, we're going to do the same thing at this time tomorrow afternoon.
Can I add one more?
And then, yeah, okay.
Two people from the same institute should not be in the same.
Okay. Insofar as that's possible, yeah. Yeah. You should try to spread out, and we should try to arrange it so you're getting to know new people and working on teams with other people. Because we don't want the groups to fracture either, right? Yeah. So that's so you should think about what you're interested in doing and what you're perhaps also what you're willing to do, because you'll have to be a little bit flexible, because some people will have interest in some things more than others. This is obviously going to be sort of probability flavored, dynamical systems flavored. Ravi comes from the operational side, and this will be the variational method. This will be ensemble Kalman filter, so ensembling a little bit, mixture dynamical systems probability, and then this will be maybe a little more on the computational side, and sort of PDE side, or if you're, maybe a little more mathematical. So that's kind of the flavor. And so by tomorrow afternoon, we want to have these filled out. Right, so you should have an idea, and we'll come up with some mechanism by which you express your preferences tomorrow afternoon, and then we rearrange names and we somehow redo things in a way that makes it sort of all work out. We reckon there are about 32 of you, so there are going to be at least 6 in each group, and right. So, but think about what you personally are interested in doing and how you can contribute. And then, so that will happen after lunch tomorrow. Actually, Lenny Smith is on the schedule, is supposed to give the last talk tomorrow afternoon, but actually he's not going to do that. He's just going to give the talk in the morning. So tomorrow afternoon is going to be entirely setting the projects and the tutorial that Emma will be running. And we'll actually do the setting of the projects first. So we'll do that after lunch from maybe 2 to 3. And then the tutorial will start sometime after that, 3:30 or something. Okay, maybe we can move the tea up to 3 tomorrow if we can ask them to do that. Yeah, that should be okay. So 2 to 3, something like that. And we'll try to get all of the project participants set. So, but remember this is we want at least one math, one op, and one MATLAB proficient or MATLAB proficient person. Somebody who can really help the group with MATLAB, who's sort of beyond what we've been doing. So that's what we'll do tomorrow afternoon. And then I guess when we've set the groups, then there'll be a period of time when you can go off and discuss. We'll sort of split up into groups. So actually, maybe it will go till 3:30, and then we'll start the tutorial at 4. Yeah, that
Maybe a little late because then the tutorial goes on for 2 hours.
2 hours. That's too much. So we'll figure out how to do it. But we want to have some time where you meet with your leader and you talk about. So you'll split up into the groups. You'll meet with the leader and you'll talk about how exactly what the focus is going to be and what you should be doing. And then by Friday, on Friday, there's a half day in the conference. And at the end of that, either late morning or early afternoon, we have to look at the schedule. You'll meet again with your leader, but down at IISC, where the conference is. And perhaps at that point you will have some kind of more concrete proposal and it'll be clear what you're going to be doing and working on. That's the idea. And in between time you can be talking with your leader, and because everyone will be at the conference. So, and then you will have a week, and then next Friday there will be presentations of the second week. A week from Friday there will be presentations of the results from the projects during that whole day, and then in between time you'll be working on them and you can meet with your leader or whatever. Each group will decide how they do it. Is that okay? Is that clear? Any questions? Yeah. Well, that's what you have to decide. That's what.
So tomorrow afternoon when we meet.
Yeah.
So tomorrow afternoon when we meet, we will actually have the groups, right? I mean, we will make the groups tomorrow afternoon, fix them, and then we will split up and discuss. So each group then discusses what problem they would like to work on. So maybe some group decides to work on WRF if they want, or some group decides to work on Lawrence 96.
Right. So we're going to be as unprescriptive as we can. So the group will decide exactly what your leader obviously will facilitate it, and the group will decide exactly what you're going to be working on. I mean, basically, the format will be, method, problem, and let's see what issues we uncover by applying this method and this problem. Yeah, that's the idea. That's the idea. I know that's scary, but
that's research.
That's research, right. That's what research is. This is 10-day intensive research. Didier.
Website?
Yes.